Sticks makes modern, high-quality golf gear that offers premium feel and performance at a fair price. That's what they claim anyway. Guys, welcome to my review of Sticks V2. I've wanted to do this for a long time, haven't had the opportunity to yet. I've just been afraid of hitting record for a long time. One problem that I noticed when I was shopping for new golf clubs is that a lot of these package sets that you buy online just don't have that many reviews on them. I know Sticks had a couple. Rick Shields did one, for example, that he actually just came out with a video about the version 2. But you know, when you're looking at spending $900, $1,100 on a product, you want more than one decent review. So hopefully I can just be another one of those out there for you guys if you're interested. So how I'm gonna do a rating system is I'm going to separate them out by irons, woods, and then the putter. And then I'm going to rate each one of those on 4 different categories. Those categories are gonna be looks, feel, performance, and durability. Okay? Now just a reminder, I have had these clubs for a little over 6 months now, probably. I got them at the end of last season and played a few rounds with them and then just went to the driving range not too long ago. Go ahead and check out that video if you haven't. So let's start with the irons, or the set as a whole actually, because I'm gonna give them all the same grade on looks. Looks-wise, they're amazing. I love the matte black finish. I love that the Sticks logos aren't too pronounced. I just love the feel. And then with the little reddish orange bar on the last groove, I just think they look amazing. I really love how they look behind the ball. You can tell that they have very large cavities, but that's really a plus for somebody like me. One added bonus about the look of these is because of the black finish on the face, after you hit a ball with them, whether it be white or yellow, it works really well on yellow balls, but they actually leave a mark to show you where you hit. So you don't need to do any extra spray or tape or anything like that to see where you're hitting. It just does it automatically with the black finish. Now, do I think that black finish is gonna last very long? Yeah, I think it will last a decent amount of time because like I said, I've already played, I think 3 or 4 rounds with these and I don't hit many fairways. So they've been through a lot already and I don't see any signs of wear and tear. I'm holding my 6 right now. I probably didn't hit it too often. Let's grab a club that I know that I hit a bunch, like my pitching wedge. So I know that I have hit my pitching wedge a bunch, and as you can see, there's really no blemishes on it. Once you clean off the face, it looks great. I have hit this probably just about every hole on the golf course once, if not twice, because I mess up a lot. I hit it on the driving range quite a few times on those plastic mats, and there is no marks on it. I love what they do with the numbers, with the gray numbers and letters here. I think it looks amazing. Overall, the looks of the irons, the woods, and the putter, I'm giving a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love how they look. The grips, you know, with the matte black fit with them as well. So sticking with the irons, we're gonna go from looks to feel. This is weight, grips, how it feels when you hit them well. I gotta say, coming from my last set of irons, they feel heavier on the face. I like the extra weight. It helps me get my hands through and stop me from slicing or pushing it quite as much. So I found that to be very nice. When you hit them well, they are just a little dead. Now, does that affect performance? No, it really doesn't. They just sometimes don't give you that positive reinforcement that you want when you hit a ball well. So I guess that's a negative of them. But what that means is that when you don't hit a ball well, it pretty much feels the same and coincidentally enough flies the same. Hitting it off the toe, hitting it off the heel, there's so much forgiveness, it still feels pretty good. It feels a little bit better when you hit it well, but not that much better. Take that as a positive, take that as a negative, take that however you will. Overall feel for the irons, I'll probably give it a 7 out of a 10. For the woods, I will bump that up to 8 out of 10 because the woods feel so good. Whenever you hit them, the balls just launch off the face. It feels so smooth. It's not dead. The sound of them is amazing. Whenever you hit the woods well, it just feels so good. So I'll give 8 out of 10 for the woods, 7 out of 10 for the irons, and we'll talk about the putter later. Now we're gonna go to performance. And performance is where these really shine for a high handicap golfer like me. As you can see, they've got massive cavities, and so there's a bunch of forgiveness. When I was out at the driving range, and even when I was playing with these on the course, if I toe them, they still fly pretty true. Maybe not as far. If I hit them off the heel a little bit, they still fly pretty true. Again, not quite as far, but it's still a decent hit. It's not gonna get you way out in the rough where you're super in trouble. So that's what I was looking for in a set of clubs. I love the forgiveness that they have. As far as distance, I wasn't hitting them quite as far as I hit my last clubs. Last clubs were a Nike set. I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. I'm not hitting them quite as far as I was. That could just be because I'm getting back into golf. But take that for what you will. I don't have official distances. I wasn't hitting them quite as far, but also I wasn't swinging as hard. That's probably negligible. As far as the performance of the grip goes, right now they're fine. I play without a glove, so I really like tacky grips. I love the dry tacks, and so I'll probably replace these grips after the season with the dry tacks, because these are grips that they just don't really do it for me. They're serviceable, and if you have a glove, I'm sure that they're fine, but they're really flat. There's just not much grab there. I can really twist them out of my hands pretty easy if I want. And so for somebody like me, I need a little bit more than that. So I wish the grips were a little bit tackier, but again, that's just personal preference. Other than that, I think the clubs perform really well. I'll probably give both the irons and the woods an 8 out of 10 for performance. I hit the 5-wood and the 3 hybrid exceptionally well, or 4 hybrid. 5-wood and 4 hybrid exceptionally well. But the driver, I just can't figure out quite yet. I'm not gonna ding the driver for that. That's just me. I've been bad at driving the ball for a long time. It used to be a strength of mine, now it's definitely a weakness. So for a performance, I'm gonna give them 8 out of 10. And then I talked about durability as well. I'm gonna give everything a 7 out of 10 for durability, maybe even a 6 out of 10. But this is something that I can't really rate right now. I've played 3-4 rounds, I've been to the driving range, and I don't see a scratch on them. So that's why I'm inclined to give them 7 out of 10. But really, we'll just have to wait and see. I'll probably do an update on them later. Pretty good scores all across the board. Do I have a couple gripes? I've got a couple. I've already mentioned that I wish the grips were a little bit tackier. I mentioned that I really like the looks of the gray on the irons. One thing I don't like is sometimes the font, and when I say sometimes, I mean specifically in regards to the 7-iron, the font always makes me think it's a lob wedge. And I don't have anything labeled a lob wedge with this set, but for some reason when I look at the 7-iron, I think it's a lob wedge. So I bought neoprene covers for these because I want them to last and look as good for as long as they can, but I've actually lost my 7 cover, so that doesn't really help. So I may buy more covers for them later on because I really do want them to last. As far as the woods and irons go, I feel like I've covered everything. Now let's talk specifically about the putter. One thing about this putter is it comes with a really good grip. I love the grip on this putter. It's big. It's almost in between like extra large and like huge. So if you like big grips, I think you will really enjoy this. It's very ergonomical. It fits really well. I really like everything about this grip. As far as the head goes, it looks good. It looks really good behind the ball. You can see the line to help you with your putting. You can see the logo behind the line. I think it looks really good behind the ball. And as far as weight is concerned, I think the head is probably a little heavy. Full transparency, I have an Odyssey White Hot 2-ball alignment putter that I like to use, and I'm still using that putter. And this is just a little bit heavier than that. Before I say that as a fact, let me grab the other putter. All right, so here's my Odyssey White Hot. I lost the original head, so I just bought an O-Works cover at Dick's Sporting Goods, but this is my Odyssey White Hot 2-ball putter. Very much so. In the head of the club, the Sticks putter is a lot heavier. So if you like the heavy head on the putter, you'll probably really like this one. Again, I like the grip. It's a good putter. I enjoy putting with it, but it's just a little too heavy for my taste. And I will say it's not super soft off the face. It is a milled face, and that helps a little bit. I'm not saying it's the hardest putter in the world, but it isn't quite as soft is this Odyssey White Hot, which I absolutely love, obviously, or I wouldn't still be putting with it. So that's all that I have to compare it to. Size-wise, it is a good inch shorter than my Odyssey White Hot. But as far as putters go, I will give the putter as a whole a 6 out of 10. Again, that's just because that head is a little too heavy and it's not quite as soft off the face as I would like it to be. But it's a good putter. And if you're buying this set as a package deal, you will like this putter. It's not a reason not to buy these clubs. And again, I really, really, really like the grip that it came with. And if you like the heavier head on the putters, then this is for you. It's a great set. I really enjoy these clubs. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. I've got one, what you would consider wedge, and that is a 56 degree. And I also carry a 60 degree with me, but that's a Cleveland wedge. I love that thing. I hit it way more than I should, but I love the Cleveland wedge. It was actually a gift for graduation in high school, so I've had that for quite a long time. I'm really used to it, really enjoy it. But this 56 degree works really well. It gives me a lot of spin. It feels great. When I was hitting the 56 at the driving range, it felt amazing. I love the way it felt off the face. So take that for what you will, but I kind of lumped that in with the irons, same score as the irons. That's kind of my review. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more golf videos. I'm looking to actually get my handicap here before too long, so if you would like to see that, I will be taking some vlogs out on the golf course. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like the video, it would help me out a ton. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you next time.